Hey lovelies, I'm Lisa and welcome to Lovely Channel. So today I have another furniture makeover. I made over a rocking chair that was actually Bry's grandma's that she had bought at a thrift store. And it was wood and it kind of had this really 60s, 70s-ish print on the cushion. So obviously not exactly our style. So I decided to go ahead and give the rocking chair a makeover because I thought it would look really good in our home with a little bit of a change. If you're not subscribed to me already, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can be updated whenever I post a new video. So the very first thing I did with the chair was of course take the cushion off. This was actually really easy. It only had a couple nails in it, so it was really easy just to lift off because it was an older chair. And then I went ahead and cleaned it down with a damp cloth just to get any dust off or anything. Then I took this paint, which is now very dirty, as you can see, and this is the Americana Decor Chalky Finish paint in the color Carbon. It's just a black chalk paint. With chalk paint, you don't need to prime or prep your furniture at all, so you can just go ahead and paint it on. So I went ahead and painted on 2 coats. I felt like 2 coats gave me a pretty opaque finish. There were some areas where you could still see the wood peeking through, but I really liked how that looked. On this piece, I did not go ahead and distress it, but I just really liked how it looked after I'd painted 2 coats. I did not use a varnish on this one because it's not going to be getting a lot of wear, so a wax is perfectly fine to use. And this is the cream wax, or I already said that, but it's basically just, it looks white, but then it dries clear. They have a couple of other finishes. I think they have a brown one, and then like a goldish bronze looking one as well. So to do this, I just took a lint-free cloth and I just apply it with back and forth motions. I just really make sure to smooth it out and wipe off any excess, and I only applied 1 coat and then let it dry. It dries really quickly, but you just want to make sure not to put anything wet on it or put any hard pressure on it for up to a week, which of course, again, this is a decor piece, so I was able to put it inside once it dried. Some cheesecloth and buff out any areas that you want to, just to give it a slight sheen. I really like to focus on the edges when I'm buffing because they make the piece just pop out more. Now onto the cushion. I had to reupholster it, and I've never reupholstered before, so this was just kind of me figuring out how to go about doing this. So I might have not done this the best way. If you have any tips because you've reupholstered before, go ahead and leave them below. This worked for my cushion, but I don't know if this will work for your project. So what I did is I bought this fabric from Joann's. I really love this print. It's a sort of like a muted mint green color, and this is from the home decor fabric at Joann's. I bought 2 yards of it because I'm going to be using it for another project, but I only needed like half a yard for the cushion. So I laid the cushion on the fabric flat on a table, and then I cut out the fabric so that it was overlapping the cushion a few inches for when I went to go and fold it over. Once I got my fabric cut out, I laid the cushion top down onto the wrong side of the fabric so that the right side is facing out, of course. You want the right side of the fabric to show when you're done. And then I took this staple gun. This is my very first staple gun. I bought it at Home Depot and I'm really excited about it because I feel like I just went up another level in my DIYing, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I was proud of this. This is the Stanley staple gun. It was very inexpensive. It was under $10. And I got these staples. These are the 3/8 inch light duty Stanley staples. And again, this is a light duty staple gun, so it worked for my project. It's not going to work for anything crazy heavy duty or anything. So I started on the side of the cushion and I pulled the fabric super tight onto the back of the cushion, and when I got it in place and I felt like I was pulling really tight, I went ahead and put a staple in, and I started from the middle working my way out onto both sides. And then I went onto the opposite side and did the same thing, and again, you just want to make sure to pull your fabric super tight so that it's not creasing or bubbling on top. Then I moved around to the front of the cushion and worked corner to corner from the 2 sides that we had just done. And this is the part where you're going to kind of have to start overlapping your fabric and kind of creasing it. So basically I was just folding the fabric so that it was folding underneath, but it still looked nice on top on the sides. Again, you're just going to have to work with whatever piece you have to make this look nice. It doesn't matter how the bottom looks because that's not going to be showing, but you want the top to to look good. And use as many staples as you need to, because I used a ton. I then moved on to the back of the cushion, where again I needed to fold the fabric on the back of it, and kept pulling the fabric as tight as I could and stapling. And then I went over any other little pieces that weren't stapled yet, and I could like kind of tug the fabric even more and staple it down to really just secure it and make sure that the fabric is tight. Once that was all done, I was able to place my cushion back on top of my rocking chair, and my rocking chair is done. So this is what the final product looks like. Happy with how my rocking chair turned out. It looks great in my living room right now. I might put it in my dining room, I'm not sure. I'm just still trying to decide where exactly I want to put it. But I love the way it looks, and it looks just fresh and updated and goes with the style of our home. So I hope you girls enjoyed this video. If you didn't check out my entry table makeover, I'll have that linked in the card above and in the description below, so be sure to see that. And if you want to see more furniture makeovers, please give this video a thumbs up. I love you girls so much, and remember to do everything in love because you are lovely. Bye!